this afternoon at XL Energy Center downtown St. Paul, the Mahtomedi Zephyrs boys hockey team was able to eke out a victory over Mankato East in the state tournament opener. On the section side, the men of the Hardwood hope to recreate the victory for the men's ice hockey team earlier this afternoon with a section quarterfinal opener against the Fridley Tigers here at Mahtomedi High School. It's the Tigers, it's the Zephyrs here on Suburban Community Channel's TV 19. With Earnhardt Jaworski, I'm Alex Westhead. And Earnhardt, as we take a look at the basketball side of things, Mahtomedi is a team that both of us have seen for a long, long time that we know is going to be very, very good when it comes to the playoff time. And certainly that starts with a high-flying offense.
And you know, their offense, they've been plugging all season long, and I think right now it's the perfect time to get hot. You know, section playoffs just getting underway, and you know it takes six straight, Alex, to win a title. You got to start off with number one here.
The other side of the table is the Fridley Tigers. We've seen teams across all sports over the course of this season and beyond. We've seen teams that come into contests with losing records that still find ways to pull out victory. And for today, for the 6th seed Fridley Tigers out of the Tri-Metro Conference, Fridley has a way to be able to do that, but it's going to be a tough out here against Mahtomedi.
Yeah, and for Fridley, our player to watch is going to be number 27, Devin Williams. You know, he comes into this game averaging just about 12 points per game, and he's leading the team right now. And for the Tigers, they're going to need just about every point they can get out of him.
As you see on your screen, the Mahtomedi Zephyrs averaging a very nice 69 points per game on offense each and every single game they're average out. The opponent points per game is 59. On the other side for Fridley Tigers, their goal is to not give up as many points, averaging more points than they give up than what they score. Certainly the key has to be that, defending the perimeter against a Mahtomedi Zephyr team that shoots threes from everywhere on the court.
And you know, speaking of Mahtomedi and scoring, we have to look at Owen Carlson. 22.7 points per game, as he is deadly from just about anywhere on the court. And so for the Zephyrs, they're really going to be looking at him to just kind of lead them to victory here in this quarterfinal matchup.
One of 35 contests from the Minnesota State High School League Boys Basketball Section Playoff tonight. We're glad you've chosen this one for your brewing this evening, or viewing, I guess it depends if you want to say that. Opening tip is up and underway. Possession won by Fridley as they'll maintain in the front court. Fridley in the road white uniforms. Antoine Smith driving on the baseline, puts a shot up, gets it to go. 2 quick points early into the contest for Fridley as it's an early lead for the Tigers.
And for Fridley, for me, I think they got to be a little bit more physical here right out of the gate. Keep the Zephyrs, just kind of wear them down early on here, Alex.
Cole Armitage with a shot. He's able to get it to fall, and quickly the Zephyrs respond. 2-2 here in the early going. Tigers into the front court. On the left side wing, trying to find some passing here now for Mason Newton. Working back into the high post. Kick back to the outside. Opportunity again once more for Newton. On the drive, attempted here, Eli Nelson. Kick back out. Eric Dean on the right side wing. Looked off the pass of Newton to the right. Dribbling to the left. And then back out once more here for Eli Nelson. 17:05 remaining, all tied at 2. On a drive, then cut back. Mason Newton once more. Newton will dribble it back, working on Javon Harvey. Newton with a drive. Kick back out to the corner. Once again, great ball movement here. And the runner in the lane is good. Devin Williams with his first bucket of the night for the Tigers.
Just as we spoke about in the pregame, Devin Williams, Fridley, they're going to have to go to Williams a lot tonight to keep up pace with the Zephyrs here.
A.J. McCleary pass to the right side wing for Cole Armitage. Around to the left side wing, Carlson, our player to watch, 22.7 points per game. Low post shot is no good. Rebounded, got to here by the Tigers. And Eric Dean able to start the rush back up the other way for Fridley. Tigers 4, Zephyrs 2. Here early going section 4, 3A quarterfinal contest from Mahtomedi High School. The winner of this one as a nice runner to the lane there, blocked by Carlson. Great individual effort by the Zephyrs. Now Carlson on the fast break, put it down in low, and a good back-checking effort that time by Newton to slow the Zephyrs, but not enough, and we're tied at 4.
High off the glass, McCleary gonna tie it up here. 4 apiece, the Zephyrs. You know, they couldn't get that fast break going the way they wanted it to, but it wasn't pretty. Find a way to get back on the board.
Zephyrs this season against teams with a 500 record or worse are perfect 10-0, but that's a beautiful shot from the corner for Antoine Smith, and the Tigers retake the lead.
Second time is the charm for Fridley here. First three of the game stretch the lead out here. We're going to have to see if the Zephyrs can respond with one of their own.
Shot from the high post, no good. Rebound gotten to here by Fridley. And so far under the basket, Eric Dean has done very well. Pass to the corner, Devin Williams. That passes back to the perimeter again. Eli Nelson here for Eric Dean. Dean hands it off here to Antoine Smith on the right side corner. Smith with the leading scorer so far in the early going, 5 points for the Tigers, as Fridley leads Mahtomedi 7-4 here with 15-12 remaining in the first half of play. Antoine Smith, the sophomore, interior pass perfect, but just behind a little bit as Nelson overran it. Now fast break again for the Zephyrs, working his way up. Nice run into the lane. Foul is called, a block. And heading to the line for two will be the Zephyrs.
And again, the Zephyrs trying to catch out Fridley here on the fast breaks, Alex. They're getting the opportunities, but they can just not finish at the rim.
So A.J. McCleary with 2 shots here, the junior, 6 feet tall. 2 points already, make it 3. And Mahtomedi with the first trip to the free throw line this evening. No substitutions yet to speak of. Here for the second shot upcoming for the junior McCleary. Shot is no good. So Mahtomedi 1 for 2 from the line to start. Tigers trailing by 2, 7-5 here. 14:54 and counting remaining here in the first half. Fridley winners of their last 3 against Minneapolis, Roosevelt, Big Lake, St. Paul Harding. Before that, a losing streak of 5 for Fridley at losses at Columbia Heights, Steel LaSalle, Bloomington, Jefferson, Tartan, and Richfield. Shot from 3 is good. Eli Nelson with 3, and the Tigers extend their lead to 5.
And Fridley, they take their time when they have possession of the ball, Alex. They do a good job of just waiting for the Zephyrs to open up a gap for them.
Owen Carlson with a miss, picked up on the rebound under the basket by A.J. McCleary. 5 points for the Zephyr junior, and 10-7 the Tigers lead. Eric Dean here again for Eli Nelson. Back once more, drive uncontested. Mason Newton with a basket, and the Tigers extend the lead back to 5. On the counter attack, rebound gotten to here by Harvey. Harvey put it up, blocked in front by Nelson, but recovered again on the perimeter by A.J. McCleary. McCleary trying to dribble around Devin Williams, unable to do so, so passes it here. Spin move, Armitage, shot up, good! Fridley back into the front court again quickly. Opportunity now. Mason Newton kick back out on the right side. Eric Dean. Dean lost the handle. Stolen, taken away here by Cole McCown. On the fast break. Cole Armitage down and low. Javon Harvey gets it to go. Timeout Tigers. A 1-point game. 12-11 Fridley.
And it was just a small mistake there by Eric Dean for Fridley. Took his eye off the ball for just a split second. Bounces off his knee. And the Zephyrs were able to pounce on it, and they're back within 1.
So the recipe for Fridley, we mentioned it a little bit at the early going, is they have to outscore their opposition by a significant margin. And really, they've been doing a great job of rebounding underneath their basket on the far side.
And really, for Fridley, I want to say I like how they're running that five out offense. It opens a lot of space in the middle in the lane there for the Tigers, and for the Zephyrs, they're sticking with a man play. You could almost call it a 2-3 or 3-2 zone. And the best way to take down a 2-3 or 3-2 zone, Alex, is just go straight up the gut.
On your screen, you see the 4-3A basket. Higher seeds throughout. Winner of this one will either travel to Totino Grace, also in Fridley, or to St. Anthony Village, just north of Minneapolis. On the counter, Tigers with possession, up by 1. Possession arrow facing Mahtomedi's side. Here's Mason Newton. 2 points so far for the junior for the Tigers, trying to navigate traffic out in the point. Goes to the left side wing now for Smith. Smith looking for the pass interior, fakes it, goes back to the point again. Fresh into the game, Bronell Marcus. Then to the right side wing once more from Mason Newton. Newton on the right side wing, jacks up a 3 and missed it. And the Zephyr fans want out of bounds, doesn't matter as Mahtomedi takes possession. Fast break, Carlson tried to draw the contact, could not get it to go. Harvey on the rebound, battling for it, kicked it back out again. Great possession by Harvey. Unable to get that shot finished off that time was McCleary. And now the Tigers able to take it back again. So a wasted possession there for Mahtomedi.
As both teams struggling to just finish. As for the Zephyrs, if they really want to pull away in this game, they got to start finishing at the rim. Trying to draw contact, but no calls. The refs keeping the whistles in their mouth so far.
12-11. Fridley leads, 12-15 remaining here in the first half. Here's Antoine Smith, team leader in points, 5 so far. Only foul of the game called against either team as well. Turned it over on the way because he was fouled. So certainly for Fridley, Antoine Smith going to be the one to watch as he's been navigating the traffic and demanding much of the Zephyrs' defensive attention.
And when it comes to that, when you're so focused on one player, that allows the other players to get opened up, get into some space. And then for the Zephyrs, they're going to not have a clue on who they're supposed to watch. So for the Zephyrs, I think they just have to keep balanced, respect all 5 of the Fridley Tiger players on the court.
Back on the outside perimeter again. Myson Newton goes back to the left side. They will connect Devin Williams. Mahtomedi and Fridley are not teams that play each other frequently. Now will have to as part of 4-3A. The last matchup between the Fridley Tigers and the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, you have to go back to the days of me being in middle school, 2007, when last Mahtomedi and Fridley shared the court. As the 3-ball is up, no good off the far side of the iron. Harvey with the rebound back the other way. The last time these two teams met, a 71-67 win for Fridley back on December the 7th, 2007.
And you were in middle school. I'm pretty sure I was in 3rd grade, something around there. That sounds right.
We'll have possession on the sideline. 11:35 remaining first half. Zephyrs trail by 1. And again on the first turnover, Zephyrs will maintain possession, but they'll have to take a step back into the backcourt. On the inbound opportunity, Cole Armitage, a 6-foot-tall junior. Inbounds here to Owen Carlson, 6'4". Carlson out of the backcourt here. No shot clock in the Minnesota State High School League, something certainly that we will be seeing as it's been approved. Corner 3 for Carlson, hits.
Carlson just a quick release in the corner. Puts the Zephyrs in the lead for the first time this half. We're going to have to see if the Zephyrs can keep up with the pace and start to run away with it here.
First bucket of the half for Carlson. Now a reciprocation here by Eli Nelson for 3. And the Tigers take the lead right back.
And what a way to answer the swagger off of Eli Nelson. Stares down the student section after that one goes in.
Zephyrs in the high post. Carlson tries to drive. Kicked it back out again. Opportunity now. James Ecker trying to get it down in low. Battle for it. Harvey has it taken away from him by Eli Nelson. Fridley trying to slow it up on the fast break. A lot of noise coming on the far side of the gym from the Fridley Tiger faithful. Not a far drive, certainly. Fridley just north of 694 over by Mounds View in that area. Interior pass down low for Antoine Smith. Saved it, but sent it off. Cole Armitage, and a good save by Antoine Smith under the basket.
And for Smith, you know, it was just such a quick adjustment, or a quick decision.
Myson Newton back into the game, replacing Devin Williams for the Tigers. Fridley leads Mahtomedi 15-14, 1-point game. Here's Antoine Smith. Defended softly here by Owen Carlson. Dribbles it back to center court, looking to connect and create an opportunity here in the front court. It's been one of the topics of conversation across the high school league landscape that has drawn some controversy. But the addition of a shot clock in the next couple of seasons is certainly something that's going to help the game a little get a little better, but then also recreate a professional style of game as well.
It speeds up the game. You know, it puts the offensive or the team with the ball under pressure. You know, you can't just swing the ball around the three-point line and just kill time. You know, you have to shoot the ball. You're forced to give up possession or score.
Back out to the right side again, Eli Nelson. Held here on the left side wing, Antoine Smith. Dribbles it back to the point. Goes to the right side again for Myson Newton. Zephyrs defending the perimeter very well here, not giving Fridley much looks and much opportunity at all. Now Myson Newton on a drive, kicked out again. Smith for 3, hits it, no. It's kicked back up into the air by Hadley, and a rebound got to by Brunel Marcus. Now another 3-ball is no good. Hits off of both sides and rebounded out here the other way by the big man, Tommy Metzel. Tigers are playing well, but the Zephyrs not giving them much on the interior. And so Keith Newtman certainly likes to see that effort out of his defense.
Zephyrs are doing a good job. We're seeing Fridley with a couple more baseline cuts instead of just swinging around the outside, trying to just find some open space within this Zephyr defense.
Here's Metzel, interior pass was looking to connect with James Ecker, unable to do so. Substitution again for the Tigers as Devin Williams will return into the game. Number 25, Maniok Deng, will sit out. And so there'll be 9:08 remaining here in the first half. Relatively low-scoring first half in a high school league basketball game. Just 15-14, Fridley out in front. Zephyrs had a brief lead, a 2-point lead before a three-point basket responded. That's the last basket we've had for a little bit. Foul on the interior drive attempted by Mason Newton. That'll be the second team foul for the Zephyrs here in the early going.
And for Newton, he really just tried to force it around two players there for the Zephyrs, and I thought he was out as he thought his foot hit the baseline, but it will be Fridley possession.
Williams on the inbound, three ball, no good off the far side of the iron. Then the rebound kick right back out by Mason Newton, who jacks up a three, gets both sides of the rim, and the rebound gathered up by Ecker. 8:45 remaining here, first half. Zephyrs trail by 1. Ecker for three from the left side wing, no good. Rebound batted up and then got to again here by Antoine Smith under the basket. Smith into the front court, right side wing for Mason Newton. Newton to dribble it back out to center, able to connect again here, looking for the feed for Devin Williams. Williams trying to push in the low post, kicked out wide open, look for three is no good. And then the rebound kicked out again. Just great rebounding here by Fridley in the early going. Smith on a drive, and the assist given to him that time as Devin Williams gets the two.
And for Williams, he just kind of got left unaccounted for, as it looked like it was going to be a change of possession for the Zephyrs, and they just forgot about him, Alex.
Williams with 4, Nelson with 3. Tigers again lead by 3. Kick on the right side, three ball to Ty, Armitage no, and the rebound knocked high into the air. Once more, Fridley with a rebound, and it's going back the other way. Haven't kept offensive rebounding stats or defensive rebounding stats for that matter, but it appears the Zephyrs are getting beat under the bucket here early.
That's definitely as it feels as right now for the Zephyrs. They are on the far side of the court from us, but they are struggling with their own offensive rebounds. Defensive, they're doing all right, but just on the offensive side, it seems like Fridley is just a bit more physical getting up to those balls.
Court right now for the Tigers, Newton, Nelson, Williams, Smith, and Marcus. Court for the Tigers. On the court for the Zephyrs right now, Armitage, Carlson, Ecker, McCown, and McCleary. On the drive to the left side wing, unable to do so, he'll cut it back once more. Eli Nelson, baseline drive off the glass and in. Largest lead of the night for the Fridley Tigers as they lead by 5.
It's Nelson's eighth point of the night, excuse me. Just beautiful move along the baseline.
Try to get the runner to go, unable to get it to finish, but he'll head to the line for the 2-point try. Mahtomedi 1 for 2 from the free throw line so far. And as Keith Newman appears to be ready to sub Owen Carlson back in. A little bit of an extended pause here, as the Tigers will have to make a substitution. So re-entering the game for Fridley, as Eric Dean will re-enter, and Antoine Smith will sub out. Owen Carlson back in for Mahtomedi, and Tommy Metzel out. So 2 shots here at the free throw line for Cole Armitage. 4 points so far on the night. First try is good. 5 points now for Armitage. That's something too, Earnhardt, that we talked about in our introduction. As the second shot is good here for Armitage.
Full court press.
Full court press early. It's a Keith Newman staple. Certainly seeing that early. As we see the pressure created here, and a turnover taken the other way by the Zephyrs. Trying a nice little cutback, but fouled on the way.
And from what I can tell, it's the second time Mahtomedi has gone to the free throw line. This will be the third. But both times we have seen the full court press come out immediately after the free throws.
Keith Newman looking for a shooting violation. He's not going to get it here. It'll be the 3rd team foul against Fridley, though. Carlson on the inbound from the right side wing. Carlson from the low post, unable to get that one to go. Rebound right out to his teammate, A.J. McCleary. Carlson trying to drive under the basket. Alley-oop, no. And the rebound gathered here once more by Fridley. So Fridley doing a great job of limiting second chance opportunities for Mahtomedi under the basket. They lead by 3. On the drive, kick back out, wide open look, Marcus no. And the rebound again is recovered here by the Zephyrs' Cole McCown as they try to carry into the front court.
As the spark that Fridley had at the start of the game has kind of fizzled out here near the end of the first half, we'll say.
Drive by McCleary doesn't work. Brunel Marcus on the rebound once more. Devin Williams almost lost a handle on it. Great pressure here by McCown. That's Owen Carlson, rather. Carlson unable to defend the screen that time. Devin Williams into the low post. Williams lost the handle on it. Shooting foul is called, so Fridley will be headed to the line for their first time tonight, up by 3.
And for Fridley, you know, every point is going to count here. You know, this is the 6 seed versus the 3 seed. And right now, I think if you're the head coach for Fridley, you cannot complain with how your team is playing.
Bryce Richter has to be happy with the Tigers' effort so far here in the early going. Colors of black and Vegas gold. First shot, no.
Black and Vegas gold, always a good look.
Really is. Eastridge Raptors have it as well. Trying to think of some other high school
no,
teams.
the Pittsburgh Penguins used to have it years and years ago.
Yeah, I wish they'd go back to that. A conversation for another time. No opportunities there from the free throw line for Devin Williams. There remains a 3-point game here for the Tigers. 6:06 remaining here in the first half. 4 team fouls for Mahtomedi to 3 for Fridley. On the corners, Javon Hadley returns to the game. Taking here McCleary. McCleary to the left side. They keep working around to that left side. Tip back out. Perfect pass to Carlson. Yes!
All 5 Fridley players flooded to one side and left Carlson all by his lonesome. And at that point, it's just muscle memory.
Well, do you think almost that's the game plan? Is that work all the entire defensive side? Because then when you leave Carlson open, if he's a stand-up 3 shooter, he's going to hit that 3 every time. Possession in the front court for Fridley. Myson Newton is retired at 19. Devin Williams. Kick back out, opportunity. Eric Dean tries to drive into the paint. Instead goes back out once more left side. Corner for Brunell. Brunell tried to drive around Hadley, try to get it up, but it hits off the top. Now we're going to have the ball going the other way. Horn will sound. Substitutions back into the game for Mahtomedi. Into the game, actually. Andrew Brian. And into the game for the Fridley Tigers will be number 25, Manyuk Dang.
And for Fridley, they're on a bit of a scoring drought here. You know, the way their offense is circulating right now just is being met by just immediate opposition by the Zephyrs. They're in their face. And another one for Owen Carlson. Back-to-back possessions for the Zephyrs. And now we start to see the Zephyrs hitting their stride.
Carlson, 9 points in the night. Largest lead of the night for Mahtomedi. Tigers have led by as many as 5. In the front court, Devin Williams for Fridley. Working around the screen, goes to the right side corner. Myson Newton trying to dribble around the pressure of Andrew Brand. Newton trying to drive into the high post, unable to do so, has to pick it up, kick it back out again. Once more, Devin Williams. Williams looking for the double team, evades it briefly here for Eric Dean. Once more again on a pass to the right side, trying to dribble his way on in Devin Williams, and then kick back out to the point again for Marcus Brunell, but a steal by Carlson. Carlson on the dribble, low post, nice move, and 1.
Phenomenal end-to-end play by Carlson, and it just comes down to, I'll say the Fridley offense is just really not in sync right now. Their movements and their cuts are just poorly timed, and it's really just impeding their progress here.
It's a run of 8 straight points for Mahtomedi. Carlson to finish off the 3-point play. It's good. Zephyrs lead by 6. 12 points in the night already for Carlson, who averages just over 20. Now on the fast break, Carlson double team again. This aggressive defense works back the other way. Brian on the fast break, and it's good for Cole Armitage. Timeout, Fridley.
An aggressive corner trap by the Zephyrs has been so deadly here right out of the gate. And for the Tigers, they need to find an answer because, honestly, if this full court press is working, why stop it?
Timeout taken here by Fridley as there's 4:10 remaining here in the first half. Zephyrs 27, Fridley 19. As again, we take one more look at the bracket here in 4-3A. The winner gets either Totino Grace or the other side of that opposition, the 7th seed in that bracket, is St. Anthony. The big team to watch, though, Columbia Heights on the number 1 seed. Columbia Heights, a number 1 ranked team in Class 3A. Certainly the favorite out of Section 4-3A, but also the favorite certainly to advance to Target Center and the state tournament.
As I believe we looked at their schedule and their team, their roster before the game here, and I believe they're 21-0 coming into section playoffs, and that's a feat in itself, as they played a difficult schedule, I would say. So for Columbia Heights, they seem to really be the pick here. But no, Zephyrs, they are the 3 seed. We have seen crazier things happen here in the state of Minnesota. So you can't count them out just yet.
Tigers to inbound under the basket. 4:10 remaining here again. Zephyrs have trailed by as many as 5. But so far, now a rally. 11 straight points for Mahtomedi have given the Zephyrs the 8-point lead. Into the front court, Dang able to save it in the corner. Double team by Hadley, and a travel violation is called. Dang doesn't like it because Hadley and McCown were right on top of him. But the travel violation is called.
And again, it comes back to that corner trap by the Zephyrs, and they immediately pounce on you. As soon as you get anywhere near the corner, they just force you more and more to the baseline, and then you have nowhere to go.
Javon Hadley at the point. Goes for the right side for Cole Armitage. Armitage with 7 points on the night. Carlson tries a dribble, kicks it back out again. Hadley into the paint, up and in the low post. Great move by Javon Hadley. The lead is 10 for Mahtomedi.
For Hadley, he found a little bit of open space, cut right up the middle.
Another turnover for Javon Harvey. Harvey down low, up and in. A nice run again by Cole Armitage, and the Zephyr lead is extending. 15 unanswered points, a 15-0 run here for Mahtomedi as they lead by 12. Here's Devin Williams for the Fridley Tigers in the front court. Dribbles to the right side wing, able to work around the screen set this time by Gideon Cooper. Back to the point, Eli Nelson. Nelson left side wing, Eric Dean. Dean driving to the high post, looks to kick it out a little bit too far. Nice save made by Eli Nelson. Eric Dean, turnover. Will go out of bounds. It'll stay here, Fridley ball. So far, Fridley, as you mentioned, are a little bit of a cold streak for the Tigers shooting.
Well, it's a cold streak, and they just can't even get into good scoring opportunities as they're too close together. You know, their cuts, they're poorly timed. And for me, I feel like they're trying to do too much. I think they really need to simplify it down, get some set plays going, and just try to find something that works and build off of that.
One of the keys early for Fridley, as they were leading by as many as the 5 that they were, was that they were out rebounding Mahtomedi. They haven't been out rebounding Mahtomedi here in the last 7 minutes or so.
Because they haven't been able to shoot the ball. They've had multiple turnovers, and things just aren't really floating. Here's another one. As just for a split second, when Fridley just tries to take a breath, the Zephyrs attack, and they get possession of the ball once again.
At this point, Fridley's gone. We haven't been keeping track of it, but Fridley's gone about 7 minutes without a basket at this point. So it'll be the 5th team foul called against Fridley. Again, it's 7 to head to the free throw line on the bonus, on the inbound. Taking now here, A.J. McCleary into the front court, working around the defensive Mason Newton. Harvey, interior pass whistle blows, and a foul is called away from the ball, so it'll be under the basket. A possession again held by Mahtomedi. Foul's called here on Marcus, his 2nd, team 6th. Looking at inbound, A.J. McCleary. Trying to create space, looking for Carlson. Carlson, corner 3, Y1T. Owen Carlson, 14 points in the first half. Zephyr lead extends further by 15.
So fluid just from that far corner. Is Fridley going to end the drought? Eli Nelson once again from beyond the arc. And for Fridley, now is the time to just kind of get things going into halftime.
A.J. McCleary dribbling to the right side, looking to find the outlet pass, and Cole Armitage. Armitage pressured here briefly, lost the handle on it. Carlson saves it from going over and back. Carlson tried to go low into the high post, instead went low further for Harvey. Harvey with a nice save at the charity stripe. Kick back out again, whistle blows, time out Mahtomedi, as the Zephyrs looking a little bit miscombobulated there, but at any rate, still a 12-point lead for the Zephyrs.
Yeah, I think it was Javon Harvey he kind of fell down, and that just completely stopped the Zephyr kind of offense that they were rolling, and everything kind of got out of sync. With a minute 27 left to go in this first half, it's a good time just to settle down your players. You're on a big run. You finally started to break away. You don't want to fall apart now.
34-12. Mahtomedi leading with 1:27 left to go here in the half. Mahtomedi, when leading at the half this season, 15-2. Fridley and the Tigers, when trailing after the first half, winless, 0 for 15. And the record as well for Fridley for opponents over 500, 1-11. Compare that to Mahtomedi's record against teams above 500, 6-7. So Mahtomedi will hold possession off the Zephyr timeout. Mahtomedi with 4 timeouts remaining. Fridley with 3. Carlson set to inbound here, finds it McCown. Drive, taken, Carlson, foul, travels called. There's a break the Fridley Tigers needed as this ball will be headed the other way on the travel by Carlson.
No, Carlson, he had the space, and the defender didn't know whether to cover the 3 or go for the man in the middle. But like you said, Fridley catching a break here, but they need to capitalize.
Here's Eric Dean. Ball back on the right side of wing again. Nelson into the high post. Kicked up a shot from the free throw line. No, and then sent back out of bounds, and Zephyr ball. The official right on the baseline sends it the other way. That's one of the things too, Earnhardt, is that we saw Fridley in the early going taking advantage of their possessions. They haven't done so here. And they've started to miss some shots, and the shooting percentage hasn't been what it was in the first 9 minutes. McCleary, baseline drive from Mahtomedi, blocked under the basket, taken the other way by Fridley. Rebounded here, Burnell Marcus. Mason Newton into the front court. 47 seconds remaining in the first half. Tried to drive, fouls called. And we'll go under the baseline. Was fouled on the way to the basket. Foul called on McCleary, his first, team 5th. As you can see right here, and you'll have perfect camera angle at it. With a foul, just enough of the contact. Back out to the point, Mason Newton. Left side opportunity, sliding to the left as he shot the 3. That's why it missed. And the rebound again by Burnell Marcus. Mason Newton dribbles it out here with 33 seconds remaining. Open look for 3. No, missed wide to the right. Rebounded Carlson from Mahtomedi. Here's Owen Carlson. Dribbling into the front court here. 22 seconds remaining in the first half. Zephyrs by 12. Carlson to the right side, Agent McCleary. Again, with no shot clock, Mahtomedi does not need to shoot, but they'd like to certainly take the last shot of the half. Inbound for Carlson, takes it out of the high post. Harvey sets a screen. Carlson unable to find the Harvey screen, back to the left side, driving on the baseline. Armitage, he does not send it home, and it's kicked all the way back out again. Horn sounds on what looked like at first a great half for the Fridley Tigers. Mahtomedi started to wake up and started to play a Keith Newman-like game.
Mahtomedi, they started to wake up, and I think there was a couple adjustments by the Zephyrs. Before we saw Fridley, they saw them work space in the middle there, and then Mahtomedi adjusted, and Fridley just kept hitting a brick wall every time they tried to cut in the middle or just get anything inside of that three-point line.
The gentleman in the gray sweatshirt you say on your screen there as we zoom out away from him made the comment to us, it's a very physical game early. Who does that favor here in the early going? Does it favor Mahtomedi or Fridley?
Well, I think right away it favored Fridley because Mahtomedi, they were getting out-rebounded on both ends of the court. But now I think Mahtomedi is starting to use their speed a little bit more. Things are starting to open up for them. And that is where Fridley kind of gets caught out, because for the Zephyrs, once again, as soon as Fridley makes a mistake, they are right there to capitalize and break away. Zephyrs
lead by 12 here at the half in the Section 4AAA quarterfinal. 34-22, Zephyrs up over Fridley. We'll be back for more halftime conversation here on your home for Mahtomedi Zephyr boys basketball.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. High blood pressure silently affects millions of Americans. Staying on top of your blood pressure is as simple as these 4 easy steps. Self-monitoring is power. Visit manageyourbp.org to learn more.
Living in South Dakota, you've probably heard about healthy soils and everything they bring us, like healthy, nutrient-rich food and streams that run clear without flooding. But what makes a soil healthy? The healthiest soil is always covered, always protected, and not plowed or tilled. It's fed year-round by living roots. And when soil is healthy, it's strong, porous, and able to absorb even heavy rainfall. Most of all, it's alive, teeming with billions of microorganisms too small to see with the naked eye. South Dakota's soil health farmers and ranchers use practices to boost nature's way of feeding these microbes. And as they do, they're building healthier, more resilient land year by year. And that's a good thing for all of us.
Women are bad with money. That's what the world's been saying for centuries. But now, we've got something to say.
Save it. It's time to save ourselves by saving our money.
Until we're no longer 80% more likely than men to live in poverty in retirement.
Save it. The falsehoods, the feelings of fault.
Then, the funds. Learn how to save for your retirement at wesaysaveit.org.
What do we do?
You may not be able to plan ahead for a ghost encounter.
Under the dining table now!
But you can plan ahead for natural disasters. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts.
Maybe it's the apocalypse.
Know your evacuation routes and decide on a safe emergency meeting location.
Here? I know. Would have picked Orlando.
Protecting your family is the best plan you can make. So pass the Proton Pack to the next generation and visit ready.gov/plan to get started.
Zephyrs by 12 at the start of the second half here from Mahtomedi High School. Mahtomedi 34, Fridley 22. Tigers led by as many as 5. Zephyrs have led by as many as 14. And really, Earnhardt, as we take a look at the way that this first half went for both of these teams, Fridley started with a very strong first number of minutes, but then ultimately panned out as time went by. And really, it was the shooting and the rebounding under the basket that cost Fridley as the rest of that half went on.
Yes, Fridley, you know, they were looking hot right out of the gate, really leading the way as the Zephyrs were slow to start. But then the shooting percentage for Fridley just completely tanked. And the Zephyrs, that's when they really started, they got more possession of the ball, and I think that's really what they needed to get back into the swing of things.
Really, as you see some of the highlights here of the first half, the big difference, Mahtomedi hitting the shots from the perimeter. And on the defensive side of the ball, the Zephyrs giving up that perimeter, but Fridley not really with a response. For the Tigers, the shots came from under the basket or inside the paint, but then anything outside of the arc, that's where they really struggled from. That's the difference so far as you see our stats from the first half.
You know, we talked about Owen Carlson so much in the pregame, and here he is being the leading scorer for the Zephyrs with 15 in the first half. I think he averages 22.7 a game, and so he's well on his way to beat that mark. And for Fridley, you need to find a way to shut him down.
So the Zephyrs leading by 12. Carlson with 15. Nelson with the majority of the shots coming in his 11 points from beyond the three-point line. The top 10 in Class 3A. When you have a 1 and 2 ranking of teams that are not only 1 and 2 in the state in Columbia Heights and Totino Grace, that are also in your section at number 1 and number 2, that means that to make it to the state tournament for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, they're going to have to make some noise against number 2 Totino Grace and number 1 Columbia Heights.
I didn't even realize that both Columbia Heights and Totino Grace in the same section. Very rarely do you see the top 2 teams in the state in any sport within Minnesota from the same section.
The example that we were talking about before the game started on the girls soccer side of things, Mahtomedi and Hill Murray in girls soccer. Number 1 and 2 in the state frequently, and number 1 and 2 in that section. Zephyrs with it as Fridley won the opening tip. Possession will stay here briefly for Mahtomedi. Zephyrs, we mentioned their record when leading after the first half of play in their contests this season In all the contests that they have played, it's a very good record when leading after the half. When leading at the half, 15-2 this season. Just 6 games this season where Mahtomedi has not led after the first 18 minutes of play. On the other side for Fridley, not undefeated, but without victory, as Harvey with a great runner to start things off for the Zephyrs. But Fridley, they haven't won when they've trailed after the half this year.
And you know, it's definitely, it's a tough stat line to go against, especially here in playoff time here in Minnesota. You know, you only have one life to live here in sections, and really just the postseason here. So you want to hold on to it as long as you can.
And something we've seen too across all sports is that upsets are possible.
Yes.
If there's a sport that happens where upsets happen least frequently, it's probably basketball. Now, it feels like the team that is the favored team wins more times than not. Why do you think that this sport of basketball is so much different compared to the others?
Because I feel like with basketball it comes a lot down to individual skill. And when you have just 1 or 2 star players on your team, they can really lead the way. And again, it just kind of comes down to coaching and what your strategy is and how you want to play the game. And some play styles will work out better than others.
Traveling violation called on the Zephyrs. Possession now here for Fridley. Starting the floor here in the second half for the Fridley Tigers, Newton, Dean, Nelson. And then in the front court, Williams and Smith for Fridley. No positions listed. They rotate their players pretty frequently across all 5 positions, 1 through 5 on the basketball lineup. Here's Mason Newton, stolen, taken away. Cole Armitage down below the basket, lost the handle, but it'll stay here as it went off of bounds of Mason Newton.
As again, just a bit of hesitation for Fridley on their passing. And just that split second of hesitation is where Mahtomedi capitalizes time and time again. That's what leads to them getting possession. And you know, Alex, when you have possession, that's when you get to score.
Free throw drive missed as it was shallow of the basket. Antoine Smith on the rebound for Fridley. Tigers taking it in the front court. Smith put it up and got into here, but then kicked back out. Unable to save it though, as Carlson will take it away. Carlson on a drive to the basket, gets it, no, and the rebound able to be recovered here by Eric Dean and going the other way. He's Earnhardt Jaworski. You can find him on Twitter at Tourney Ernie. One of the favorite times of the year for one who's named Tourney Ernie. Hockey tournament time. The Zephyrs with a 4-1 victory over Mankato East. With a very nice set of jerseys on both sides here earlier this afternoon. As the Zephyrs will be headed for a matchup against, and correct me if I'm wrong, Warroad on Friday.
That'll be a fun game to watch.
Smith in the front court. 2 minutes gone here in the second half. 14 points the lead for Mahtomedi. As the Tigers were able to race out to 19, but only have had 3 points since about the 9-minute mark of the first half. Antoine Smith. Smith again at the point. Smith looking, trying to fake out the 3, but instead defended well by Carlson. Here's Smith. Nice move that time on Carlson. Puts up the 3 ball. No, off the glass. And the rebound gotten to again here by the Tigers. Nelson puts it up, draws a foul. And that again, that's the hustle and the effort that the Tigers had in the first 9 minutes of the first half, but haven't had since then.
And you know, really, it seems like for Fridley, they kind of got a kick in the backside, we'll say, and really just kind of kick-started their engines once more, because we didn't see this spark near the end of the first half. So for Fridley, they have some work to do if they want to get back within this one.
Nelson with the first made basket from the free throw line tonight. Fridley now 1 for 3 from that free throw line, as you see checking in Bernell Marcus for the Fridley Tigers. One more shot upcoming for the senior Eli Nelson. A nice squeal made from the student, but he's still perfect. 2 for 2 from the line. Fridley now 2 for 4 on the evening from the free throw line. 15:30 remaining here in the second half. 36-24, Mahtomedi out in front. On the right side wing, Cole Armitage. Armitage trying to go back, sets it down low, but dug out there by Cole McCown off the hardwood. McCown to cut it back. Trying to work his way in as that's now McCown here on the near side. Kick back out again. Armitage in the low post. Tried to run her, but unable to get it to go. And the rebound battled for. Got to again. Beautifully by Armitage. Puts up a shot. No. And then once more gotten to by Eli Nelson. So good opportunity for second chance points by the Zephyrs. But Fridley able to close them down. Is the opportunity again here? No. And the rebounded here by the Zephyrs.
Great block there by Harvey to shut down Fridley. And he goes the other way with it.
So Javon Harvey picks up 2 on the fast break. 8 points on the night for Javon, the junior. Certainly a great football player as well for Dave Metzel's football Zephyrs. And as he's stolen, able to save it that time as it tipped off of a Zephyr. On the right side, baseline drive, Brunel Marcus all the way back out to the point. Antoine Smith, right side once more. Eli Nelson. Nelson for 3, no. And it's battled down, rebounded here, controlled by Devin Williams. And then taken away, sloppy play that time by the Fridley Tigers on the fast break. It's in. Cole Armitage with another 2. He's to 12 points on the evening. And the Zephyr leads to 16, their largest of the game.
And for the Zephyrs, they're just consistent. Time and time again, when they get those scoring opportunities, they finish at the rim. And for Fridley, there seems to just be some miscommunication on their setups. And it really that allows time for the Zephyrs to pick up on what Fridley's trying to do and shut them down.
Antoine Smith, left side wing, 13-41. Zephyrs by 16, 40-24. In the front court, Eli Nelson with it. Goes right side wing for Smith. Smith looked to the corner, trying to feed Williams, but instead goes back here once more for Nelson at the point. Goes to the left side corner. Once more, they try to work inside the low post, and this is what we saw Keith Newman make that adjustment in the first half, not giving up the middle. A little bit of a zone here, like you pointed out earlier, almost a 1-2-2, defending that point high, but nothing in the paint as here's a 3-ball now, and then rebound taken away again the other way. Cole Armitage, fast break, Carlson got it to go.
Yeah, it's looking like almost a 1-2-2 or a really, really high 3-2 for the Zephyrs. They're meeting them right at the perimeter. And for Fridley, they haven't really seemed to make any interior cuts inside to really try to get some jabs going. And Mahtomedi, they seem more than happy just to allow Fridley to work the ball around the perimeter.
You see the fast break here again. Great pass to Carlson, and Carlson finishes it off. Normally, we see him throwing the ball down on the dunk. We haven't seen that quite yet from him tonight. But to go back to the point you were making, Earnhardt, they seem to be content to letting Fridley stay on the perimeter. No penetrations, no drives in. And so that's kind of the thing where they haven't had those opportunities to try to break that zone at all. They're just content to let it set up.
And at some point, for head coach Bryce Richter, you got to get something going. You got to get some sort of cuts going inside, get the defense moving, get some misdirection. Because right now the Zephyrs, they're happy with how they are set up. And if they don't force any issues, the Zephyrs aren't going to change and give them anything.
Tigers with possession. 5 minutes gone here in the second half. Mahtomedi leading by 18. Devin Williams, largest lead of the night for Mahtomedi. Tigers led by as many as 5. But have been on a little bit of a cold streak. Great ball moving here. Now you're starting to see that probing into the Mahtomedi zone just a little bit. Looking up, and it doesn't go off the rim. Just hug the top of the rim all the way around on the opportunity. Harvey with a nice move. Whistle blows. Travel's called.
But Alex, I like the word you used, probing. That is something we have not seen the Tigers do at all this game until just there. So, I really would have liked to have seen it a lot earlier in the game, but better late than never.
Fridley parents on the far side ushering for speed from their Tigers. Antoine Smith, corner look here. Nelson, three's good. Nelson with 3, now 16 points in the night for the Tigers. It's a 15-point ball game. Zephyrs continue to
fast break the other way.
Perfect runner into the lane. Eli Nelson with 2 more points, now 18, and we're starting to see it again on the other opportunity. Cole Armitage puts it up. No. And the rebound, more fought, forced,
rips it away.
Great play by Armitage. Under the basket, McCown, kick back out, held in here now. McCleary drive, picked his feet up, could not connect. Seeing some great fast break play here, Earnhardt.
I was just about to say the tempo's really picked up for Fridley as they're trying to just get some speed going. Now it's 7 straight for Fridley. They're starting to dig into that lead, but they're going to need a lot more with 11 to play.
Kick back out and a miscommunication there. Keith Newman not happy. As we'll have substitutions now, as Tommy Metzel will come back into the game for Mahtomedi. Re-entering for Fridley will be Myson Newton. And the success for Fridley here in this last really 2 minutes has been what worked for them so well in that first half. Great rebounding, good speed, and then wise, smart shots. They're playing much better here in the last 2 minutes. Antoine Smith. Smith, baseline drive, trying the alley-oop. No, kick back out off of the hand of Metzel, and possession stays for Fridley. That's the other part, too, certainly. If you're Keith Newman, you don't want to give Fridley a chance to get into it, and cutting it to a single-digit game is not certainly what Keith had in mind. Kick back out. Possession held here once more. Mason Newton, right side of wing, Eli Nelson. Nelson trying to call a play, working around the Mahtomedi screen. And the zone press that they've put on. Antoine Smith. Once again, Nelson. Nelson left side wing. Smith again at the left side wing. Interior pass kicked out. Great ball movement by the Tigers. Put it up. The shot does not fall. There's that ball movement that we started to see out of Fridley. Now Carlson looked from the left side wing. No, off the near side and picks up his own rebound. Whistle blows. Time out Mahtomedi. And a wise one taken by Coach Newman.
I was going to say it would be a well-timed timeout, as for Mahtomedi, you know, they're on an 0-for-7 scoring streak right now. And for Fridley, they're hot. And for the Zephyrs, again, you got to find a way to just calm down. You're in the lead here. You know you can beat these guys. Just trust the process that you've been working on all season.
Zephyrs have led by as many as 18, now leading 42-31 here, 10:33 remaining in the second half. 17-7 the record this year for Mahtomedi, 11-5 in the Metro East Conference. Take that with a grain of salt, because when you look at the section that they are in, and you look at the teams that they have in the Metro East, South St. Paul, a perfect season, number 3 in Class 3A. Tartan in the conversation, the number 3 seed in Section 4A. Simley certainly good. St. Thomas Academy in that conversation. Two Rivers. Really the only struggles that you see in the Metro East in boys basketball, Hastings, North St. Paul, and Hill Murray. And even for that North St. Paul team, that's not a score we're used to seeing out of them.
It's a rare down year for the Polars. I know Hastings, they've had their ups and downs throughout the years. Hill Murray, they've always struggled with boys basketball. But, you know, at the end of the day, when it comes to the hardwood, the Zephyrs, they're just about always near the top.
Class 4A's latest coaches poll in order: Park Center, Shakopee, Wayzata, Eastridge, Osseo, Owatonna, Eastview, Farmington, Lakeville, North Minnetonka. Javon Harvey at the top of the key, looking for the outlet, finds it in Carlson, who dribbles it back here to center court. Plenty of time for Mahtomedi, up by 11. Harvey on the pass from Carlson, goes back to the left side again, looking, and another miscue for Mahtomedi as they send it into the Zephyr bench. And a turnover, and Fridley looks to take advantage and cut it to a single deficit game.
And McCleary just a little bit off the mark there on the pass. And now for Fridley, now it's the time if you really want to kickstart things into gear here.
Brunel Marcus passes the ball to Antoine Smith at the point. Goes to the right side wing again, Nelson. Smith again. Nelson for 3. No, Harvey with the rebound. Harvey trying to work around the full court press as the Tigers start to apply some defensive pressure. Into the front court, A.J. McCleary. McCleary trying to work around. Great defense delivered here by Mason Newton. Draws the foul. Great defense by Mason Newton, and just barely on that last stretch he was able to draw the foul.
Yeah, Newton just a little bit. I think it was a grab was the call there. He did a good job at just getting in the face of the Zephyr. But for now, with 9:40 to play, now it's becoming crunch time here.
Andrew bringing him back into the game. Carlson for 3. Tip back out, rebounded by Metzel. Carlson to the low post. Blocked out of play! Brunel Marcus with a highlight reel block for Fridley.
Sayonara, Owen Carlson. That got shut down immediately. But Zephyrs maintain possession here. Baseline pass blocked. Foul to the line. Will be the Zephyrs once more. And for Fridley, they just get so close with their defensive rebounds. The Zephyrs are ripping them away time and time again.
Tommy Metzel, the 6'3 junior, his first trip to the free throw line is no good. First trip to the free throw line in the second half for Mahtomedi. You're about halfway through it. Substitution again as Brunel Marcus will sub out. Jamal Woods will check in for Fridley. One more shot upcoming for Tommy Metzel. Zephyrs by 11. Free shot is good. So 5 for 7 now from the free throw line is Mahtomedi. Full court press on for the Zephyrs. We saw this earlier off the free throw opportunities that they've had. That full court press when everybody is clearly in front of you.
It is a weird, it's almost like a reverse flying V. And this time the Tigers will break through.
Here's Mason Newton on the right side, driving the lane to the freshly into the game. Jamal Woods picks up his own rebound, puts the shot up, draws the foul. Jamal Woods with a nice move under the basket. He draws the contact, and it'll be the fourth team foul, no, the third team foul here in the second half for Mahtomedi. And the Tigers will head to the line, currently shooting 2 for 4 from the free throw line this evening.
And for the Tigers now, they're going to need every point they can get, as Woods just a little too short on this one, right off the front of the rim.
It's the rule in basketball. You're going to get trips to the free throw line, you got to hit them.
It is, my friends will call it the charity line sometimes. So when you get chances for a free shot, a free point, you want to capitalize them as much as you can.
Oh, draw the foul that time. On his drive to the basket was Cole Armitage. As the Zephyrs lead by 11, it'll be the fourth team foul called against Fridley here in this second half. It'll go against Jamal Woods, his first. And now the Zephyrs headed back to the free throw line. So we saw a lot of pace over the last 3 minutes, but that pace starting to slow down. Well, the free throws and the fouls that have been called.
Now we're getting into the latter half here of this second half, and for the Zephyrs, I don't want to say they're just going to start to play conservative, but I think they're just going to tone back the aggression, make sure they're not making mistakes, and just do the small things right.
Armitage good. Mahtomedi now 6 for 9. Correction, 7 for 9 from the free throw line. A substitution as Armitage is out. We'll reset the floor for you here for both sides. On the court for Fridley, Newton. And then Nelson, Deng, actually no, correction, not Deng, Williams, Smith, and Marcus on the court for Fridley. On the left side, gotten to here by Smith, goes all the way back out to the right side wing for Mason Newton. Newton looking to dribble, he'll take it back here to center. Left side again, corner look for Nelson. Nelson trying to work around Harvey, goes back to the point. And a reset again on that right side wing. Great ball movement here by the Tigers, trying to drive in the lane. Smith, open look, Nelson for 3, good! As the Tigers have cut it to a 10-point game.
And again for Fridley, they're just working that perimeter. We don't see a lot of probing towards the interior, and Owen Carlson slices and dices his way up front. Put the lead back to 12.
Carlson with 19 on the night. Here's Nelson to respond. No, Metzel the rebound from Mahtomedi. Down low, Harvey. Mishandled it briefly, but then good patience to set it again. A.J. McCleary. McCleary on the hardwood. Up and kick back out. Rebound battle for Harvey. Got it. Harvey looking for the outlet. Finds Carlson at the wing. Carlson from the top of the elbow. Foul's called. That's a great play by Harvey to dig out that rebound and then kick out Carlson open on the wing and draw the contact.
And for Harvey, he had to battle 2 Tiger players to get that rebound. And it's going to work out in the Zephyrs' favor back at the line here. First one good for Carlson.
So Carlson now with 20 points on the evening. He leads the Zephyrs. On the other side for Fridley, Eli Nelson leads with 21 points. One more shot from the line for Carlson. Certainly, if he hasn't gotten basketball looks yet from colleges, certainly with the three-point range that he has, it's going to be a matter of time. Antoine Smith in the front court for Fridley. Zephyrs by 14. 7:42 remaining here in the second half. Eli Nelson on the drive. Opportunity denied. Carlson takes it away. And then final second effort delivered that time by James Ecker. Full court press on again for the Tigers. Carlson to slow it down on the left sideline. Carlson over the center court line. He'll dribble it back to the right side, looking to connect with McCleary. McCleary, nice save at the baseline. Carlson again, right side wing, around a Metzel screen. Tries to dribble again. Nelson providing defense. Wide open look. Harvey for 3. No. And the rebound again, once more, taken here by Jamal Woods. Again, Zephyrs with some great possession in the front court. They just can't finish off those shots. As they will have a whistle violation away. It'll be Zephyr ball.
Newton just trying to force that near cross-court pass. And for Fridley, I'm starting to see a bit of frustration come out with players. You know, they're making a lot of mistakes, and right now I think they're probably in their own head, as their season could near be done unless they can just clear their minds and really just get things going in their favor, which I know is easier said than done.
McCown on the save. McCleary unable to handle it. He touched the baseline, going the other way. And again, you see Keith Newman looking for an explanation there. Not a play certainly that McCown had to make, but when you're up by 14, you have that range.
You can get away with some things more than when you're up by 2 or 3.
Dribble into the front court, Antoine Smith. Smith looking for it here. And that again is, we look for the future matchup. One of these teams in the semifinal on Saturday. You're most likely going to get a Totino Grace team, number 2 in the state in Class 3A. Whereas you can have those mistakes against a 6th-ranked team. You cannot have them against a 2nd-ranked team in your section, and definitely not the 2nd-ranked team in the state.
No, and at that point, you need to play a near-perfect game, which is a lot to ask of your players if you're head coach Keith Newman. So, you got to take it one game at a time, one possession at a time, and build off of that.
Foul's called on James Ecker. It's his 2nd, 4th team foul at half for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. At the line, shooting 2, Myson Newton. Newton with 2 points on the night, now 3. As the leading scorer, Eli Nelson with 21 points on the night. On the other side from Mahtomedi, Owen Carlson with 21 as well. Second shot is up and gets to go. A little bit of a bounce, but the Zephyr lead cut to 12. Tigers have cut it to as low as 10 here in the second half. And a great steal and a good read by Myson Newton. Out of bounds.
Good effort there by Fridley, but just not enough grip there on the hardwood.
You see, just a slip. Just a slip. On the inbound. Into the backcourt, full court press on here. Double team, opportunity now. Drive, kick out, open look. Ecker for 3. Did not get it to go, and the rebound can be taken back the other way again here by Eli Nelson. Into the front court, Antoine Smith, left side wing. Kick back out. Smith again, corner look for 3 for Newton. Off both sides of the iron. And the rebound again controlled by Carlson to the front court. Opportunity now here. Armitage, nice runner. In the low post, and the lead again for Mahtomedi is 14.
Zephyrs, to me, as this is the first game I've seen from them all season, really seem like they're a late half team. They really pick things up late. As you know, that's when the other team will get worn out a bit, And so 3-point attempts still not going to connect for Fridley. Another fast break the other way. And for Cole Armitage, it has just been rinse and repeat.
39, as we're going to have a foul that's called. Of the 53 points Mahtomedi has scored tonight, 39 of those 53 have been scored by the combination of Cole Armitage and Owen Carlson. A lethal 1-2 connection for the Zephyrs in the front court. So Ecker will sub out briefly, resetting the Mahtomedi floor. Here Cole Armitage, Andrew Bray, Owen Carlson, and then A.J. McCleary and Javon Harley. 3-ball for Nelson. No. Batted back up into the air by Bernal Marcus. Nice little touch play there. And lead 14. Full court press on, unable to save it, and then great recovery back over into the air, taken away, and then taken away back the other way, down on the floor, and a foul is called. Rolling around in pain is Cole Armitage.
So he's holding, looks like right below his knee. Just a lot of back and forth movement and not a lot of space. And Alex, sometimes when you go one way, your knee does not go the other.
Karen Carlson, the athletic trainer for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, will take another look at it here just to see where it happened. And yeah, sure enough, he's got that twisted around a little bit. But he's hopping back up. He's walking over to the bench under his assistant, so he'll sub out here. 4:51 remaining second half. It's kind of like, it's almost an announcer's jinx, Earnhardt, as when you do for St. Cloud State student radio, and whenever it seems like I do an Augsburg game, is that if you say something positive about a player, something always happens immediately.
It is the caster's curse, whether it be esports or high school sports, college sports, professional sports. It is almost a curse, and sometimes as a commentator, there's nothing we can do.
There really isn't, and there's never been an explanation for it. I don't know if there ever will be. Here's Harvey at the point. Harvey trying to feed Eckert into the front court. Eckert swatted away. Nice read defensively by Devin Williams. Now whistle blows and foul is called. We have a foul that'll be called on Mahtomedi, so there'll be a sideline throw up coming. Checking in, or looking to check in, Tommy Metzel. Metzel will be in and Eckert will be out. We have the inbound coming from the baseline as Cole Armitage returns to the Mahtomedi bench. Here's Antoine Smith. Smith into the front court here, 4:26 remaining in the second half. Zephyrs by 14. Devin Williams, great pass again, trying to work for Bernal Marcus. Taken there, unable to handle it that time, but a good save on the second effort by Devin Williams. Eli Nelson, Williams, drive, post, shot, and headed to the line. Couldn't get it to foul, but still headed to the line for the Fridley Tigers.
You know, anytime you can get on that free throw line, you know, it's a chance to put a couple more points on the board, chip away. But if you're Fridley right now with 4:11 remaining, you're going to need to start taking some big chunks out of that Zephyr lead.
First shot is good, as the Tigers now 4 for 7 from the free throw line. More substitutions as Metzel is out, back into the game as Armitage. The foul was called that time on Brain, as that is the 7th team foul for Mahtomedi. So Fridley now in the 1-on-1 bonus here the rest of the way. Second shot was good. So Fridley 5 for 8 from the free throw line. Full court pressure delivered. Armitage unable to save it, out of bounds. Tiger ball. That's the other thing too, Earnhardt. You're starting to feel the Fridley fans and parents and students on the far side starting to make some noise for their Tigers.
Every little bit of energy helps for Fridley. So now with 4 minutes exact remaining, we're going to need to see them put more shots on. Again, they work the perimeter really well, but we don't see any attempts to cut inside.
And the clock running out of time for the Tigers on the game and on their season. Kick back out. Opportunity, nice pull up that time by Woods. Fouls called on the drive, and the 1-and-1 upcoming for the Tigers. It's another thing too, Earnhardt, for Mahtomedi. They didn't want to be in foul trouble at this point. It's a 12-point game. Well, 3:43 left. Can't give a team, at any rate, a chance from the free throw line.
And like I just said a moment ago, it's a chance to chip away, take a couple nibbles out of the lead, but at some point for Fridley, you're going to need to start putting some big baskets in the net here.
Fridley now 6 for 9 from the free throw line here in this one. As a foul is called on Brian again. It's an 8th team foul, and it's 10 for that double bonus. Second shot is good. So a perfect trip from the line when it matters for Fridley, as we're now a 10-point game, as it's the smallest lead of the second half here for Mahtomedi has been 10 points. Full court press on again for Fridley. Carlson inbounded here, the opportunity, McCleary. Back here again, Armitage. Armitage on the turf. A nice zone set. Stolen and taken away. Great read as a runner to get up, knocked high into the air, and then rebounded again under the basket by Bernal Marcus. Whistle blows. Foul's called.
The Zephyrs, they really got to be careful here, because right now Fridley, they're having phenomenal pressure, but again, when they're at the line, they have to capitalize on it.
3rd team foul on Armitage. It's the 9th team foul of the second half for Mahtomedi. Here's Bernal Marcus, the junior for the Tigers, 1-and-1. First shot, no. Rebounded out again nicely by A.J. McCleary. Full court press on again for the Tigers. Mahtomedi by 10. 3:24 remaining here in the second half. Harvey tried to drive and got it to go as Bernal Marcus tried to draw the foul on the offensive side, but was unable to do so. Into the front court as Zephyrs lead returns to 12. Mason Newton trying to work around again. This zone has worked so well for Mahtomedi here, as Fridley.
And their zone, it really hasn't been contested either. We see a couple baseline cuts for Fridley, but then the offensive rebounding just hasn't been there.
And again, as you see, there's another foul is called. And it appears as though the double bonus will have been reached. No, it's an offensive foul called on Fridley, so Zephyrs will take possession. It's that baseline drive that's really limited what Fridley has been able to do in the front court, because it's fine to be able to work on the zone, but if all you're doing is those baseline drives, you got to spice it up. You got to add more variety to your shots. Into the front court now, Carlson, as the Zephyrs lead again by 12. McCleary McCleary trying to work around the defense of Brunel Marcus. Screen set by Harvey. Goes to the right side wing again. Cole Armitage. Armitage dribbles it back out. Carlson at the point. Carlson defended here by Antoine Smith. Carlson picks up the rock, trying to dribble his way into the right side. Wing lost the handle on it. Fouls called on the drive. And the Fridley fans incredulous on the opposite side.
Carlson back on the line here, nil for that call. To me, it looked like it was all ball there. So, with 2:22 left to play, Zephyrs looking to extend their lead here.
First shot for Carlson is good. Mahtomedi now in the bonus with the 7th team foul for Fridley. Zephyrs 8 for 10 from the free throw line. Carlson now with 22 points on the night to lead all the Zephyr scorers. Second shot for Carlson is up and good. And so the Zephyr lead extended to 14 with 2:22 to play left here in the second half. Zephyrs by 14. Into the front court now. Nelson. Nelson looks for the pass on the right side. Dropped by Antoine Smith. He picks it up though. Devin Williams. Interior pass back out again for Smith. Smith drives into the high post. Try to get the up and under. No. And the rebound got into by Brunel Marcus. Whistle blows. And we have a jump ball. Arrow pointing for possession for Fridley, so it'll stay here.
I know we finally see some inside moves by Fridley. Granted, it's very simple. It's just inside, back out. But that little bit of movement inside opens up some space in the zone.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the second half. Taking here again, Mason Newton. Newton to the top of the key. Try to go interior and low. It's kicked, so possession will stay here. And again, for Fridley, they led by as many as 5 in the first half. They've cut the lead to as few as 10 here in the second half. But really, aside from those first 9 minutes, the team ultimately just ran out of gas, and they've played 500 basically the rest of the way, but unfortunately not good enough. Great run into the lane that time by Devin Williams. Timeout on the court as the Zephyrs lead by 12 with 1:41 remaining here in regulation time.
You know, for Mahtomedi, you got 101 seconds left here in the game. Close it out. You don't need to do anything too wild and crazy. You've won multiple times this season. It's not something you haven't done before. So again, just trust the process and do it again.
He is Earnhardt Jaworski. You can find him on Twitter at Turney Ernie. I'm Alex Westhead. You can find me on Twitter at Alex Westhead. As we look here for the section semifinal, it appears though certainly with 1:41 remaining and Zephyrs up by 12. We've seen crazy things happen before, but it appears as though Mahtomedi will be headed to the section semifinal, presumably against the Totino Grace Eagles coming up on Saturday. And what's going to be certainly an exciting matchup for both those teams.
I know it is the number 2 team in the state going up against, I believe, the number 10 team in the state in Mahtomedi. And for Mahtomedi, they really have to take down the Titans if they're looking to go to the Target Center. Not only is it they have to take down potentially the number 2 team in their section in Totino Grace and the number 1 team in the section in Columbia Heights, but those, Alex, are also the 1 and 2 teams in the state.
And with much respect to Earnhardt's Hill Murray Pioneers, the Columbia Heights will be taking on the winner of the St. Paul Johnson.
We don't need to bring that up.
That's all right. You own me on hockey anyway. Here's Harvey. Has a full court press on again for Fridley. Great play made here. Carlson on the outside wing. Carlson double teamed here. Carlson looking for the pass, unable to connect it. Brian with the save. Brian kick back out again, looking for McCleary. Fouls called, and the Zephyrs will head to the line. Still 1-1. For 3 more fouls. Foul will be called here on Antoine Smith, his 4th, team 8th. So the 1-1 upcoming will have a substitution again, as Cole McCown will sub in. Andrew Brand will sub out. So 1-1 upcoming here for A.J. McCleary. Zephyrs 8 for 10 from the free throw line. First shot is no good, and a break for the Fridley Tigers. They need points, and they need them quickly. Devin Williams into the front court, right side wing. Nelson from the point. Tipped on the inbound pass, and then chaos back out in front. Left side corner on the baseline drive again. Kick back out again. Smith wide open look for 3. It's good. Timeout, Fridley. Zephyrs lead by 9 with 1:11 remaining in regulation time.
And for Smith also, that's his first point since the first half. Now up at 8 for the leading scorer for Fridley. And, you know, I don't want to say he's been shut down, but he just hasn't had a lot of good looks this evening.
When you saw how, really for the first time, that zone cheated over to one side of the court, and that left Smith wide open for a stand-up three.
Well, granted, as the unit for that zone, they move in unison. And that time, the two players on that far side just drifted over a little too much and allowed the free space to happen there.
If you're looking to see upcoming schedules and where we'll be next for Suburban Community Channel's TV 19, you can follow us on social media. You can find us on Twitter at SEC TV Sports and Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube also at SEC TV Sports. Our upcoming schedule, unfortunately, there's not much left on the calendar the rest of the way. Winter sports are starting to fade. Girls hockey already finished, wrestling already finished, boys hockey underway at the XL Energy Center, then girls and boys basketball as well. As there's two head coaches. Keith Newman on the right side of your screen, the head coach of Mahtomedi, his 16th season, 277 and 157 all time as head coach of the Navy Blue and Gold. And the other side for the 6th seeded Fridley Tigers, Bryce Richter in black and Vegas gold. 1:11 remaining. Zephyrs lead by 9. Harvey, McCleary, and a great screen set that time by Brunel Marcus. Carlson trying to evade the double team. Pass it into the front court, taken away by Nelson. Whistle blows, fouls called. This time the Tigers will be shooting.
And for the Tigers, once more, you're at the line. You got to capitalize here. It's late. We have seen crazier things.
It's a 10th team foul for Mahtomedi, so the double bonus now for Eli Nelson, leading in points with 21 for the Tigers. It's a 4th team foul as well on Cole Armitage. First shot no good. So 1 minute and 2 remaining. It's high school sports. That's why you play the full time allotted. Crazy things do happen. Shot is up, it's good. So a 1 for 2 from the line. As the Tigers now 8 for 11 from the free throw line. Opportunity, kick ball again. So out of possession here. Less than a minute to go now, 59.5 on the clock. Zephyrs lead by 8. Baseline inbound coming up for Harvey, defended by Brunel Marcus on the inbound, able to get it to Carlson. Carlson up the left side sideline, foul, no, a little bit too late, there's the foul. A little bit too late on the foul. Surprised that it didn't happen earlier to save the clock for the Tigers, but now Mahtomedi head to the line. Now if the shooters to put on the free throw line, Carlson's probably not the one you want to send.
Yeah, the leading scorer is probably the person you don't want to give free opportunities. It doesn't matter what team you're playing for, whether even if it's a penalty shot in hockey, you know, you don't want to give the best player on the other team a free opportunity. So late here for Mahtomedi, you know, you're just looking to finish out another game and move on to Saturday.
Mahtomedi now 9 for 11 from the free throw line. Zephyrs back to 9, 24 points now for Carlson. The Zephyrs still 1 point away from the double bonus. There's a second shot. It's good. 2 for 2 again from Carlson. Zephyrs by 10. Less than a minute to go again. On the drive. Working in. Nice move by Newton. Gets it to go and 1. Great move on the baseline by Newton. He'll draw the three-point play.
Newton just a good burst of speed. Again, it was a baseline cut here. Work it inside, just kind of threading the needle there. Great play, as I can see mouthing the words, but again, that's really all Fridley has had here for offenses, is that they've worked the perimeter and gotten those baseline cuts.
So the free throw missed. Foul on Carlson as Carlson head to the line for the opportunity here. Now 10 fouls called on Fridley, so the double bonus rest of the way. The foul this time is called on Mason Newton. 2 shots coming for Carlson with a 25-point burst for Mahtomedi. Shot is up, it's good. Mahtomedi, when it matters, from the free throw line, 10 for 12. So they made the shots that they've been given for free. That's really the difference so far in the game. Got to make the free ones. Carlson again, perfect, 2 for 2. Now to 26 points on the evening. Zephyrs by 10, 43 seconds remaining in regulation. Nelson jacks up a three from the right side wing. It's good. So every time Mahtomedi has gotten the ball in the inbound, they've been able to find a three. And there's a foul this time that'll go against Armitage. And we'll head back the other way for the line. 25 points now on the night for the senior Eli Nelson. If his team's going to go down, he's not going to go down without a fight. And you can see the scratch on the arm there of Armitage. Nice point out.
And Armitage, we know he went down earlier, looks like he twisted his knee a little bit there. Glad to see him back out on the court to finish out the game.
We'll have a substitution here for Fridley as Ruben Capu has entered the game. First shot is good. Zephyrs lead now again 8. We're going to have a whistle blow at timeout. Mahtomedi. One more shot upcoming for Cole Armitage. The lead 8. 34 seconds left here in regulation time. Mahtomedi 62, Fridley 54. We mentioned one of the keys to the game was going to be Fridley giving up fewer points than they have averaged this season. They averaged 67 points against per game. They've done that, but ultimately the offense for the Tigers is, again, you see our social media links and information there. The offense ultimately is what failed, especially when we think back, Earnhardt, to the opportunities that Fridley had in that first half. That late stage of that first half where they got to 19 and then stuck there.
They just hit a wall, and they really couldn't get past. And then we talked about it, is just the adjustments that Mahtomedi made on the defensive side in that first half, where they got that really in-your-face 3-2 zone and just forced Fridley to work the perimeter, and that's really all they were given.
While we have you here for a moment, we're waiting for the play to resume. Anything coming up on student radio for the St. Cloud State Huskies?
I know this weekend, got NCHC playoffs. St. Cloud State Huskies going up against the Minnesota Duluth Bulldogs. I'll be down in the basement of Stewart Hall, KVSC, 88.1 FM. I'll be working your pregame, intermission, and postgame reports all weekend long for men's hockey. And I know we got baseball and softball are rolling around the country here. We got guys traveling to call those games. And really, there is just a lot going on for St. Cloud Student Radio.
Out of bounds, possession will stay here for Fridley. That's Earnhardt Jaworski again, the voice of the Huskies on KVSC Student Radio in the great city of St. Cloud. On the inbound, taken here again on the outside wing. Opportunity down. Burnell Marcus. Marcus from the free throw line, unable to get that runner to go. And rebound gathered here by Carlson. 12 seconds remaining. Another foul is called. We'll be headed back to the free throw line again the other way. But at this point, all academic with 11.8 remaining, and the Zephyrs leading by 9.
Yeah, it just seems that every other point Mahtomedi scores is just another nail in the coffin. It's near welded shut now. So for the Zephyrs and head coach Keith Newman, it's another win on the board. You move on, you survive, you advance. Look forward to playing Totino Grace, and it'll be a tough task, but I think with this Mahtomedi Zephyr squad, if they can limit their mistakes, I think they'll give Totino Grace a run for their money.
Lucas Granick checks into the game as well for Mahtomedi. As the bench starts to roll for Keith Newman into the front court. Devin Williams. Williams drive to the low post, blocked by Carlson. Nice play. McCleary on the rebound, held here by Cole Armitage. And the crowd will rise to its feet here at the Mahtomedi High School Gym as the Zephyrs. Wasn't easy in the first half, but the Zephyrs will survive and advance. And we look at the reason why. 65 points again. Scored by Mahtomedi, that's just under their average. But of those 65 points, 49 of them scored by the two-headed monster of Cole Armitage and Owen Carlson. It's going to be lethal for this team coming up against Totino Grace.
And for those two, they had a heavy workload this game here in the quarterfinal, but going up against the number 2 team in the state, not only the number 2 team in the section, their work is cut out for them, but they don't have to play till Saturday. They have some time to rest, recover, and really just plan for what's probably going to be their toughest game this year.
So Mahtomedi improves to 18-7 on the year. Tigers Fridley will fall and conclude their season at 10-16 overall. They were 5-7 in the Tri-Metro Conference this season. Our broadcast crew this evening here from Mahtomedi High School, as we have the best of the camera operators you could find in the East Metro. Is you have Richard Curie up top, Ian Felix, and of course a new member of the broadcast crew whose name unfortunately is escaping me as of this time. Arlen Becker and, of course, David Schuyler are in the truck. We'll flash that card, of course, with everybody's names coming up here in just a few moments. For Earnhardt Jaworski, I'm Alex Westhead. Once more, the final here from the high school of Mahtomedi. 65-54. The Zephyrs advance to the Section 4 3A final here on your home for Mahtomedi boys basketball.